Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another Game of Thrones video reaction. We are in episode 5 of season 5. Guys, what's going on with Bran? Why haven't we seen Bran? It's been 5 episodes into this season. Bran's storyline ended like in a completely bizarre way. And I've been waiting for some information on his whereabouts, what he's up to, what the children are up to, what that old man growing from that tree is up to. Like, we have a kid harnessing the powers of existing through animals and other humans and controlling their minds and seeing through them and eventually possibly being them. And we haven't gotten any of that story. Instead, we are focused on the King's Landing cult, religious cult, which honestly I could care less about. So what's the deal here? Did the actor for Bran have other responsibilities during the shooting of season 5 and they had to forego his storyline? But other than that, yeah, I don't think I have anything to add. I think that I just want to see Bran again. It's been a bit and I want to see what he's up to. But guys, as always, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content just like this one, and yeah, let's jump into episode 5, guys. Let's go. Oh right, correct. I forgot how we ended in the previous episode. Mr. Worm got stabbed, but he looks like he's alive, and Sir Barristan looks like he's dead. Sir Barristan needed to die to make room for either Tyrion or Zora, if we're being honest.
He crossed a continent to serve me. He was a loyal
Well,
friend.
technically he crossed the continent because he was expelled from his
He
previous
died
continent.
in an alley.
Base from which to operate. Then, we clean the city out until the rats have nowhere left to hide.
I prefer your earlier suggestion. Round up the leaders of each of Marine's great families and bring them to me.
I'm the leader of my family.
Do they suspect that they have something to do with this? I mean,
to do with this.
I had nothing to. As I'm saying, did they have something to do with this? He's like, I had nothing to do with this. They are harpies, right? They are kind of like those who want to bring Marine back to how it used to be, right? So they are from those people who were the great families who owned the slaves. So it's not a crazy idea. Is he going to feed them to her children?
Imelux vestretan separ. Sepa jevireni. Inodranya dat.
Do they listen to you though? Danny, do they listen to you?
Idanie zakon. Kostos tau.
Is he just threatening them? He's not just threatening them, he's actually killing them. Okay. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. Man, that was brutal as hell.
Sirieniot. Jevikenuntis. Laodicis. Osinis. Tomorrow, perhaps.
He could be like a snake as well, right? I hadn't given it a second thought. Like he would be the one that no one would suspect out of them, right? I forget the name of the guy, so that's why I keep calling him. This scene was great. I love it when they give me dragon scenes. I need more of them. Also, I really like when Dany gets like this. She's pretty scary.
Against her from within and without.
But I like scary Daenerys.
I need your advice. There's something I want to do, something I have to do. But it'll divide the Night's Watch. Half the men will hate me the moment I give the order.
What are you thinking,
The
John?
men hate you already, Lord Commander. Do it. Kill the boy, Jon Snow.
That's the name of the episode, by the way. Usually a lot of these Game of Thrones episode titles have double meanings to them, so I'm a little bit scared.
Seemed like my enemy when you were killing my friends.
For 8,000 years, the Night's Watch have sworn an oath to be the shield that guards the realms of men. And for 8,000 years, we've fallen short of that oath. You belong to the realms of men. Now everything is going to change. It is. Why now?
What a line!
I am
Fuck.
the commander of...
If that doesn't embody what Jon Snow is about.
I'll open the gates for them and let them through. I'll find them lands to settle south of the wall.
They won't kneel for you.
He's not gonna ask you to
I
kneel.
don't want them to kneel for me. I want them to fight with me when the time comes.
The day I ask my people to fight with the crows is the
See.
day my people cut my guts from my belly and make me eat them.
Maybe you're just a coward.
Easy thing to say to a man in chains.
Don't test Jon Snow's gangster.
Make peace to save your people.
All right then. You're coming with me. They need to hear it from you. They need to know the ships they are boarding won't be torched in the middle of the sea. Go.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Worry about. Less enemies for us.
Fewer. What?
Good farmland in the gift.
Stan has been a grammar
Land that
Nazi.
no one used.
Stannis really has no interest in marching anywhere, is he? He's just staying at the wall. It's been like, what? Weeks? Stannis, go kill the Boltons, please. Enough. Be careful of what you're gonna say, Ollie.
Telling the wildlings you want to make peace.
Yes.
You're just doing it to trick them. They burnt my village. They put an arrow through my father's head, right?
And you put an arrow through
They
Jon Snow's
butchered my
lover.
mother.
Shut the fuck up.
Everyone.
I'm so hypocritical. I'm like, Tommen is just a kid, and I'm like raging at this little kid.
You know what
But like,
it's like to lose the people you love.
by you, slap you upside
I
the
know
head.
this is hard for you, but winter is coming.
You
What's
do need
coming
to
with
find
it?
a better punchline than that, to be honest. Winter has been coming since season 1.
Under.
You better not do anything betrayally stupid little... Why am I so mean to that boy? Better not do anything to try and stop that. Doing anything dumb. You look like... I was gonna keep going at the kid. No. I need to chill out. What's wrong with me today? What's wrong with me today?
Sansa's in danger even if she doesn't realize it.
This is a fact. This has been true for most of the show.
Who are you going to marry? The stable keeper's son. What happens to people who bore me? You're not going to bore me. Are you, Miranda?
Do I feel sorry for her? She was torturing that other woman at the beginning of the previous season. You like that, don't you? You psycho. Okay. I guess that was a scene.
I like your dress. Who made it for you? I made it myself. Really?
Did you? Talented.
Who,
I didn't
who are
know.
you? I'm Miranda,
Some bitch.
the kennel master's daughter.
Some bitch.
There's something else to help you remember. Down there, at the end.
Why are you going inside a cellar
Go ahead.
that she opened to you
Perfectly safe.
without... Sansa. 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 What are you, 5? Are you a kid? Still, are you 4 years old? Is this where they keep Rick?
Theo.
You shouldn't be here.
Wait, does this count as a Stark reunion? Wait. That was a brief reunion, but it's still a reunion.
This evening?
Did he just say that he smelled ripe? What does ripe smell like on a human? What's the ripe human smell?
You have something to tell me?
I'm interested.
She saw me.
Who?
Sansa. Lady Sansa.
She saw you.
Yes. I'm sorry, Master.
You mustn't keep secrets from me, Reek. Get on your knees. I forgive you.
Yes, thank you, my lord.
Allow me.
I'm not allowing you shit.
Mother?
Thank you, Ramsay.
Mother is younger than Sansa. That's hilarious.
We are all a family, we Northerners. Our blood ties go back thousands of years. May our happiness spread from Moat Cailin to the last hearth.
Difficult for you, being in a strange place.
This isn't a strange place, this is my home. It's the people who are strange.
Speak on it.
You're right. Very strange.
Unfortunately, you don't know the half of it.
Please. I punished him for it. He's not Ironborn anymore. Not Theon Greyjoy anymore. Aren't you, Reek?
Yes, Master.
Why are you doing this?
Because Reek has something to say to you. Apologize to Lady Sansa for what you did. Apologize for murdering her two brothers.
And the funny thing is that he didn't murder her brothers
I'm
at all.
sorry.
Sorry about what?
For killing your brothers.
But you didn't.
Walder and I have some good news as well. Since we're all together.
Please don't tell me you're expecting a child.
We're going to have a baby.
Does that bother you, Ramsay? He's already planning to
How
replace
can you
you.
be sure?
Disgraced yourself at dinner. Parading that creature before the Stark Girl.
And if it's a boy?
You're worried about your position.
My position is quite clear.
Is it?
I'm your son, till a better alternative comes along.
You've never asked me about your mother.
He doesn't care.
Why would I?
She was the miller's wife. Apparently they'd married without my knowledge or consent, so I had him hanged. And I took her beneath the tree where he was swaying. She fought me the whole time.
I see where he got it from.
Baby she claimed was mine. I nearly had her whipped. And the child thrown in the river.
What a kind man.
But then I looked at you, and I saw then what I see now. You are my son.
Unfortunately. Jeez. It's quite interesting. He's using similar ways of manipulation to Ramsay as Ramsay is using on Rick. The same way he manipulates his son is how his son manipulates others.
He means to take the north. But the north is ours. It's yours and mine. You help me defeat him.
Yes.
They showed us two scenes right here that showcased it very well. The scene which is one of the many times, or rather the second time we've seen Ramsay do it to Theon, but where he has, in a way, broken him, right? Ramsay has done it physically, then mentally. His father, his name is escaping right now because I just call him Bolton. Roose Bolton? Is it Roose? Is it Ramsay and Roose? But Ramsay's father has done it mainly mentally, and with dangling that feeling that Ramsay has of wanting to be a Bolton. In the same way that Ramsay is manipulating Theon, as we saw in that scene, after he had threatened him, right? He threatened him, he punished him, threatened him again, punished him again, then he threatened him, but showed him love, quote unquote, which is fake love, right? But for somebody who's been broken, even that fake love feels like the biggest love they've ever felt in the world, because compared to how you've treated them, that even slightly bit of fake nurture is massive. And you saw him kind of pretend to give him some, I forgive you and all that bullshit, and then he's like, I need you to do something for me, when he was at the table, right, and stuff. And that's just the tactic that he has used many times. He did it in the previous season when he had him at the bath and did the exact same thing, and then told him, I need you to do something for me again. And this is what we see now with his father, Roose Bolton. This is exactly how he gets it from, where he gets it from. And since we had this beautiful story that he just told us about how he met his child and how he had his child, Ramsay that is, and the horrible things he was doing as well, then threatened him with the fact that he's having a kid, a son. We don't even know if that's true, right? He could just be using it to leverage it to get Ramsay to do what he wants him to do, right? And you know, you can see whenever the topic of him being his son and a Stark, I almost said the Stark. I would never defile the Stark name like that. He would never be a Stark. To be an actual Bolton. His face was very similar to how Rick looks at Ramsay when he does that exact same manipulation tactic. And then he just blindly says yes to whatever, you know, he tells him. I thought that was very interesting. And I think that those two scenes being placed in the same episode, how they were placed, were done very purposefully. And I think it was a brilliant way to show it. A+, guys, for that.
Your Grace.
You're Samuel Tarly. Your father's Randall Tarly.
Well spotted, Stannis. Quite the observer.
Defeated my brother at the Battle of Ashford. Only battle Robert ever lost. I told him he shouldn't go so far west so soon, but he never listened.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Fine soldier, your father. You don't look like a soldier.
You'd be surprised, actually.
Dragonglass.
What the Maesters call
You
obsidian.
know what it is? We have it in Dragonstone. Why would obsidian kill a walker?
I don't know. I've seen it, Your Grace.
Seen what?
The army of the dead.
Yeah, they were looking right at him
We
and
have
he
to know how to
survived
fight
them.
them. Keep reading, Samuel Tarly.
That's what he was doing before you interrupted.
It's time.
Okay, are we going to kill the Boltons?
Wouldn't it be better to wait? When
Why?
Jon Snow returns with the wildlings, we could have thousands more men.
If Jon Snow returns with the wildlings,
Princess,
no need to come in with us.
it's a tough road ahead, Your Grace. Won't it be safer?
Here? Half these watchmen are killers and rapists.
He does have a point.
No, they march with us.
Aye, Princess. And you won't be anywhere
There's
near...
enough talk of battles, Sir Davos. You'll scare the child.
You're doing just enough of that yourself, don't worry.
I'm not scared.
Well, I am. When the battle comes, promise you'll protect me.
I promise.
Please, better neither of them get killed. Can you let your child smile? Have any good time, ever? In your presence, ever? I hope she gets killed.
I need those ships.
You get them back. I swear it.
I'm also surprised that Stannis allows
Have
him
a
to
safe journey, Your
take
Grace.
his ships. I mean, I'm guessing there's no too many naval battles to be had in the north, right? They'll be more useful when they go south to King's Landing, I bet. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Stannis. Kill the Boltons. All of them. All of them. Brutally, please. I swear if the Boltons win. Oh, look at me, Sunday. She hasn't left his side. A long time. A long time. Have you ate anything? Drank anything? Slept? How could you have failed them? Exactly. What else could you have done? You were knocked out.
There was no way you could have known.
This is not why. Wounded in war. There is no shame for this. I am ashamed. Because when the knife go in, I am afraid.
Men fear death.
Not death.
Not being with you? Not seeing her?
I fear never again see Miss Sunday from the island of North.
My guy is in love. We're talking about the deepest. When the thing you fear more than death is not seeing that person ever again. Yes, heal him. Heal him. This is healing for him right now.
What do you think? Your Grace, I think that I'm not fit.
You are the
Opinion on
most
these
fit.
matters. You are as fit as anyone I know.
Me too.
I can only tell you what I have seen, Your Grace.
Have her be your
I
counselor.
have seen you listen to your counselors and weigh the choices they put before you.
I've seen the exact same thing.
And I have seen you ignore your counselors because there was a better choice. One that only you could see.
That's the better choice. Here, right here. Or dragons. Or him?
My queen, please do not do this.
Margulis.
I did not want to die a coward. Apparently, I do not want to die at all.
Okay, I don't think he has
It
anything
takes
to do with
courage
it.
to admit fear. And to admit a mistake. I came here to tell you that I was wrong. I was wrong. And you were right. About tradition. About bringing the people of this city together. I will reopen the fighting pits. To free men only. Slavery will never return to Marine. Not while I live.
Yes, my queen.
In order to forge a lasting bond with the Marinese people, I will marry the leader of an ancient family. Thankfully, a suitor is already on his knees.
What? You lucky bastard. I wish my door would just open and Daenerys would walk inside my cell while I'll be on my knees for obvious reasons and tell me that you're gonna marry me, no questions asked. Where have I gone wrong?
Where are we now?
In my life.
Not
I failed. I failed at life.
long, sullen silences and an occasion. We're going to be spending a lot of time together on the way to Marine.
We are.
What would make our time together truly enjoyable would be some wine.
You ravaging alcoholic.
I am a person who drinks. People who drink need to keep drinking. Otherwise, they're not. I know where we are. You're taking us through Valyria. The Doom still rules Valyria. What about the demons and the flames? Aren't you afraid of the Doom?
Who's the Doom?
No.
Ooh, we're getting a trip through Valyria.
Build cities like this again.
I'm liking this.
The final sights that fell upon their eyes.
Is this a song?
Fly upon a wall. The waves, the sea wind, and churned.
A city of 1,000 years, and all that men had learned, and neither of them turned.
I would clap.
I'm clapping. I'm clapping, Tyrion. Dragon! Dragon! Wave at Dragon, guys. It's Dragon. Are you going to your siblings again? Who's that behind you?
What was that?
A whole human? Never mind, it's not a human.
Don't let them touch you!
Is it dragon scale? Am I saying it correctly? The one that Sirin has. That thing.
One more! Cut me free!
For the love of God, cut him free. David Copperfield. This is a magic trick. He got touched. He got touched. He got touched. Okay, I thought they were gonna end this episode there.
I've seen grayscale before.
Grayscale, not dragon scale. Grayscale.
Like that.
Yeah.
So, what?
How did you save him? What happened? You just
Up a
jumped
coast,
inside,
flat
killed
will
them
find a fishing village.
underwater? He got touched. I mean, of course, it was gonna be too random for them to have dragon scale people attack them for one of them not to get touched. This is like a zombie apocalypse, and he'll just hide it until he's unable to hide it any longer from Tyrion. That would be a pretty unfortunate ending for Zora, to be honest. And you could have like literally just tagged along with Varys and Tyrion, and then like tell them, let me deliver you to Dany, so that I'll get back on your good side. But no, you had to go and steal him. I like the pact that Jon Snow wants to make with the wildlings. Very similar situation to what Stannis promised him. So like if Jon would already have that power, being the commander of the wall, will he be able to act on those promises? Does he have the power to give them land inside the wall? Wouldn't he have to console whoever the Warden of the North is for that to happen? So is he banking on Stannis defeating the Boltons? And if Stannis defeats the Boltons, is he banking on Stannis to give the wildlings land without getting anything in return, or without forcing them to kneel to him? How does that work? Because the promise was good, right? Jon's promise was good, but then... Or did he say he'll allow them to be right north of the wall, right next to the wall? But he told them that he'll allow them to go inside the wall, right? So, no. He's allowing them to go inside. So doesn't he have to get permission from the Warden of the North to do that? This episode, they focused on the Boltons heavy, and I'm never a fan of that. As I said, I already touched on the Boltons. Similar dynamics between the relationship of Ramsay and Rick, and Roose Bolton and his bastard son Ramsay was very interesting to observe. We have that bitch that, like, we really don't need. Ramsay is already bad enough. Now we have to have his crazy side chick as well. Like, nobody cares about you. Go die in the woods somewhere. I did notice a little bit. I think Theon is still, like, fighting somewhat. I feel like I saw a little different looks from Rick, from Theon, regarding the whole situation, having to tell Sansa that he killed her brothers, and he knew that he hadn't. He knew that's not what happened. And I can see, like, he was kind of, like, resisting it a little bit more, or, like, I saw a little bit different facial expressions from Theon in that moment. I do think that Sansa maybe can possibly reach to him. I mean, they did literally grow up together, so, like, that's why I said it was somewhat of a reunion between Starks, although, it's highly ironic that Theon, who was essentially one of the family, a Stark, but never considered himself such, is the one Stark, quote-unquote Stark, that we finally gets to meet another member of the family again after all these seasons. Horrible situation that they're both in. I fear for Sansa. That's why I'm rooting for Stannis now. They finally began their siege, their march, rooting for them all the way. Against the Bolton, I root for anybody. I'll root for Cersei against the Boltons, honestly. And then the situation with Meereen, and I'm glad that Mr. Worm is okay. Rest in peace to Ser Barristan. I expected that. He looked pretty dead in the ending of the previous episode, and as I said, Tyrion. Now I'm leaning more towards Tyrion because I feel like Zora is not gonna make it to Daenerys, and if he does, he's not gonna be in a good shape, and he'll likely die soon after. So I feel like the room is clear for Tyrion to assume that same position that Ser Barristan had alongside Daenerys. No Bran still in this episode, no Arya, no more of Arya anyways. We got none of King's Landing this episode, which was interesting. I did enjoy it, however, that we didn't focus on King's Landing because the storyline so far hasn't really interested me that much. And what else did happen? Oh, we had the situation with Brienne. And Brienne kind of, like, threw the people at Winterfell. And also, by the way, like, it took me until, like, maybe the previous episode to realize that the Boltons were right now at Winterfell. I was like, what has happened to Winterfell? But no, they're at Winterfell right now. They've just claimed it. And now they're the one living in it. I keep saying, when are we gonna see what happened to Winterfell? Not realizing that we are seeing the Boltons in Winterfell. It took me until, I think it was 2 episodes ago, when that old lady told to Sansa, I think, that they were still with them. Morally, they supported the Starks. The North doesn't forget. That's when I realized they were at Winterfell. You guys did say that this is a bit of a slower season, definitely, compared to previous ones. I can definitely see that. I am really enjoying it though. But just the fact that Stannis took like 5 episodes to leave from the wall to go march against the Boltons kind of shows me that this is it's a slow burn. Maybe, hopefully, in the latter half of the season, like, things pick up even more. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. Oh yeah, the little boy. I hope the little boy doesn't do anything stupid to try and disrupt the peace that is being made But that's it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Another reaction, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.